In case you haven't checked a calendar or Twitter today, it's Groundhog Day. That's right. Earlier this morning, America's favorite rodent, Punxsutawney Phil, emerged from his stump to see if it saw a shadow. Well, folks, I'm not going to keep you in suspense. He did, which legend says means we're in for 6 more weeks of winter. Here in Minnesota, we automatically add 6 to that number. The annual event in Gobbler's Knob, Pennsylvania, returned to an in-person event after going virtual last year. Remember that? They literally just had a Zoom meeting. They had to Phil like in a conference room, and they just had him
peek his head up,
punch up out of a Zoom box, and that was it. And then spring's tomorrow. That's what they did. Well, you may not realize it, but we have our very own version of Punxsutawney Phil here at the Fox 9 Broadcast Center. Earlier today, Begrudging Brad, our Fox 9 engineer, came out of his tree trunk to find out if he would see a shadow. Let's see what happened. Here we go. Brad did, in fact, see a shadow, which means 6 more weeks of The Masked Singer. That's what. Who is it? Who is it? Condoleezza Rice? Brad did see a shadow, though. We put him outside. Now, this follows a long tradition here at the Jason Show. And when I say long tradition, I mean 2 years. Last year, photographer Eric stepped in the role of the rodent. Here he is. Last year, he emerged from his house. He was in lockdown to look for a shadow. I think this just speaks for itself. There he is, taking a little sip, looking down for a shadow. Doesn't see it. Walks back into his house, where his wife is waiting to yell at him. Right there, yeah. Now, you know we love a good blooper. We did get an outtake of our little rodent, Brad, going outside in the cold temperatures this morning. Here it is for your viewing pleasure.
Hey, Mama. What are you doing in the... Whoa.
Just for accuracy's sake, that was not Brad. That was yesterday's surprise ending. My favorite cat in the world.
Oh, the cat that doesn't like snow?
No, I laughed about that. There's 2 things I laughed about yesterday all day long. Number 1, the brawl at the Golden Corral in Pennsylvania over steak. Now, we don't have the rights. We don't have the rights to show it to you because it's from another TV station. But there was a fight. Now, don't email me, the oversensitive Sallies. Everybody's fine, so But there was a fight that broke out last Friday night at a Golden Corral near Pennsylvania. Now, right there, I could stop the story because that's hysterical. But, Kendall, would you like to guess what the fight was about?
I know, so I'm going to let you just go with it.
There was a shortage of steaks at the buffet. So the reporter, this is what I love about the occupation we're in. The reporter was so very serious, and he's standing there, and he's very serious, and the anchors toss to him, Jim is at the scene. Jim, there was a melee here at the Golden Corral in Pennsylvania, and it was all over steak. Now, right there is hysterical. And then in the middle of the package, the reporter says the following. He goes, and if you listen closely to the security footage, you can clearly hear a man say, all I wanted was some steak.
And you can.
And you can hear a guy, the poor guy in the back, all I wanted was some steak. And they were throwing high chairs. They were throwing regular chairs, the banquet tables, all because the Golden Corral ran out of steak and somebody cut in line and got the last piece of steak.
Kids, that's what happens when you cut in line.
Yeah. So that and the cold cat was all I was like. Thank you, Leo.
What are you whining about? Whoa.
That's how every Minnesotan feels every single morning. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this. Back in a moment.